Okay, so this is our wrap-up session. We're a few minutes behind schedule, but not too bad. So this is sort of the what did we learn today. First, I want to thank our presenters. I want to thank Bruce Mason for his faculty perspective talk. I want to thank Douglas Genowine for the cyber infrastructure milieu talk. They did wonderful jobs, both of them, and I was very, very excited to see what they were able to provide us. I'm so happy about that. Let's give them a big round of virtual applause. I wish they could hear us all applauding because I know the sound would be deafening, but yes, apparently there is an applause icon you can apply to your account there on Zoom. And then let's talk about what you all saw today that was valuable for you. So you can put it in the chat or you can unmute your mic and just give us a sense of what was valuable to you today. What did you get that you can see you're going to be able to put to work? Wish I'd attended this proposal writing 1 month ago, or your weekly proposal writing calls. Well, it would have been a time mismatch on the latter anyway, because we submitted that proposal in mid-January, and we remain in hiatus until we hear about whether it's funded. If we get it funded, then we're going to move from proposal writing to grant project management, because we're going to start managing a grant project. So we'll do that together. The grant proposal structure was all new for me. Good. That when we're providing something that's all new for you, then we're providing you with a lot of value. One of the things that I want to reiterate is there's a lot of value in doing things that are similar to the things that faculty do, because the more what you do looks like what they do, the more credibility they will naturally give you. So by writing proposals, if you can talk to that faculty member about a proposal that you were writing and your experience with it, then you're telling them, I understand you and you can trust me to do the right things to help you out. Okay, Bruce's talk provided a lot of basic information, much of which I've wondered about for years, but not looked into further. Very good talk. I agree 100%. And that's in fact why I wanted Bruce to come and give that talk. I think it's been very, very valuable for us to hear that perspective. Your last talk on proposals, though short, is useful and encouraging. Bruce's talk on exceed systems is useful. Okay, good. I agree. See if I've missed anything here. Okay. More comments? Hang on. 2 new messages. I think I understand faculty far more than I did before I saw this. And that's the goal. Remember, a lot of this, Bruce's talk was very informative that way. That's really what we want, is we want you to understand the constituency you serve as well as humanly possible. And we come from a very broad variety of backgrounds. So it's crucial that we share this information together, because not everybody is going to have that experience directly themselves. Almost none of us will end up being faculty before we are cyber infrastructure facilitators. Some of us, yes, but as a percentage of the total, a small fraction. The idea of the cost of a lost day for grad researcher, I need to noodle on it a bit, but that's going to help me with some conversations I have with teams about how we can support them in explaining the value of professional IT support staff and and helping to improve their project outcomes. I think that's absolutely correct. I think that's a really good point. I agree with Dina that we do rock, and I appreciate the appreciation from Jim. Thank you. Greetings, Zoomers and other generations who are on Zoom now. We've got a virtual residency channel on the Campus Champions Slack. So if you're not a member, there's where to go. Oh, sorry, I'm jumping around in the chat and I missed something here. Okay, some faculty confuse the difference between expert at a thing versus more expert at a thing than myself. I don't think that's constrained to faculty. In my experience, I think that's somewhat of a universal. Like the effective communication presentation, it's important to understand the faculty perspective. I think that's exactly correct. We have to understand the researchers that we are working with, because we can't work with them effectively unless we understand what they're actually trying to accomplish. And what they seem to be trying to accomplish is not necessarily what they're actually trying to accomplish. It's easy to misread some of that stuff. So it's very, very important for us to pay close attention to what's going on with that. Other comments, questions? Sometimes I just wish it went both ways. I understand the point you're getting at. The frustration, I think, in some ways is derived from the distinction between the bus driver and the bus passengers. And I think faculty, okay, so as someone who went through the whole PhD process, and I'm not going to pretend I enjoyed it, always hanging in the air, though rarely if ever said out loud, was you are the world's foremost expert, and nobody has any business telling you what to do. By the time you finish that PhD, you know more about that itty bitty tiny topic, and I really did, than anybody else in the world. And nobody had any business telling me how to do my job. That, I think, permeates into how you think about other things. And I think that's why it's not always reciprocal. I'm not sure that convince their chair or their dean helps as much as we'd like to, because I think a lot of faculty don't really listen to their chair or their dean. Maybe Bruce can give us some perspective on that, but my experience has been there are a significant fraction of faculty who don't listen to them, they only yell at them.
That's a very fair statement, that sometimes there's more adversarial view of deans and chairs, unfortunately, than, yeah, this is going to help help faculty convince that this is something they should be doing. So I'll agree with that.
I think that's spot on. Good. More questions? All right, then let's wrap up. And we're starting again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Mountain. And I apologize, 7 a.m. Pacific, and I think 5 a.m. Hawaii. So Hawaii folks, please forgive me. But that's the only way to get this many sessions into the day. We look forward to seeing you all, and we should have the videos posted either tonight or tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening, and we'll see you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in the morning.